Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Malacañang Press Corps. Welcome to the regular palace briefing of Presidential Spokesperson Ernesto Abella. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. We'd like to update you first with a few positive reports. An update on Philippine performance in the Southeast Asia Games. We wish to congratulate our athletes who won and brought honor to the country in yesterday's events in the 29th Southeast Asian Game in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. The Philippines has now 23 gold, 30 silver, and 57 bronze medals as of August 28, 11 p.m. Also, on business optimism in the nation, business optimism, contrary to the report of the Economic Intelligence Unit, continues to be high as the Philippines remains one of Asia's fastest growing economies. Our 6.5 growth in the second quarter, higher than the first quarter expansion, means we are on track in our goal of sustaining growth momentum. The growth has been backed by much stronger industry and manufacturing sectors that grew 7.3% and 7.9% respectively, which manifested a stronger economic backbone that will create more decent jobs in the years to come. The agriculture sector likewise posted a turnaround of over 6%, coming from negative figures of last year. Service sector continues to grow over 6%. Export growth also registered 14% for January to June 2017, coming also from a negative performance of last year. Moreover, investments registered with the Board of Investments posted 40% growth for January to July of 2017, reflecting the continued confidence in the socio-economic reforms under the President Duterte's administration. This will certainly redound to more jobs, business opportunities, and more money in the pocket for more people. On the Duterte administration, plus 64 SWS rating, we appreciate the people's recognition of the efforts and hard work of the current government, as public appreciation on the Duterte's administration continues to remain very good at plus 64. As a result, the Duterte administration posted the highest first four-quarter average net satisfaction rating ever recorded. Also, regarding PRD's meetup with Kian's parents, we expect speedy and truthful investigations of the killing of Kian de los Santos as pledged by the President to his parents and the nation. Let the NBI and the DOJ do their job with impartiality, integrity, and dispatch. Other agencies are welcome to undertake their own probes as mandated by the law. Regarding Espinido being assigned to Iloilo, we call on our people to unite with the state in our campaign against drugs through both police action and drug prevention and rehab, with full respect for law, for human rights, and the rule of law, which is the pledge of the President. Regarding infighting at COMELEC, we cannot but be concerned about that COMELEC work is affected by recent travails. Without unduly interfering or influencing the Commission, we urge all parties to work together for the full performance of its duties. Regarding PRD as the most decisive official based on survey, we're gratified that 90% of Filipinos consider the President the most decisive and caring government official based on the nationwide survey by Publicus Asia. The results affirm the very high trust, approval, and satisfaction ratings of the President in other surveys. The polls also affirm the hard work and responsiveness of the government and its key officials in serving our people. At the same time, while we welcome these positive ratings, we also redouble our efforts to serve the nation, for high ratings will be harder to raise and have a greater tendency to fall. Hence, we work even harder for the advancement of the Filipino nation. We are open to a few questions.
Okay, we have a first question, sir, regarding the Espinido assignment to Iloilo from Prince Goles of Panay News. Microphone, please.
Sir, good morning. Sir, when did the President decide to reassign Espinido to Iloilo, and what is the President expecting Espinido to accomplish in his new assignment, sir?
Regarding the exact date, we don't have it yet. We can have it. We can check it out. We'll check. Dennis, please, the exact date. On the other hand, Ms. Espinido is going to be part of a whole government approach, which is basically also having to do with prevention, also with rehab, and so it's going to be a whole government approach. He is expected to play to work with the rest of the whole government.
Sir, when is the reassignment going to be official?
We can also find out. We don't have the exact date.
Sir, last one, sir.
Yes.
Sir, critics say, sir, that President Duterte seems to be targeting Iloilo City and Mayor Jed Mabilog, whom he has singled out in his previous speeches. Mabilog was not the only local official he linked to illegal drugs in August of last year. But why is the President very particular with Mabilog and Iloilo City, sir?
I don't think there's any need to single out Mabilog in that sense, but it is simply part of the President's overall campaign against illegal drugs.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, any follow-up questions? Yes, Pia Gutierrez of ABS-CBN.
Sir, Hi, sir. Sir, Mayor Mabilog has asked for a meeting with President Duterte. Is the President inclined to meet with him?
We don't have word if there's any meeting, if any meeting has actually been set up, but I'm sure if he goes to the usual channels of appointments, and I'm sure the President will be willing to sit with him, if and when, yes.
In an interview, sir, Mayor Mabilog has said that he has repeatedly tried to set a meeting with President Duterte. Bakit po hindi natutuloy, sir, yung meeting? Hindi ba nakakaabot yung mga request ni Mayor sa kanya?
We don't have any word regarding that matter. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Any more questions? Leila Salaveria of Inquirer.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Sir, earlier reports quoted the President as saying that Iloilo was no longer the most, to use his word, shabulized. Why did he still assign Espinido to the province?
I cannot answer that in that we cannot give any specific reason. He has his own reasons. He has his own sources of intelligence, and he also has his own plan of action. So there is no specific spelled out reason why Espinido is being assigned there.
Is Espinido's assignment there, is that a sign that the province has a very serious drug problem?
Well, I suppose the best we can say at this stage is that it is a sign that his work in Osamis is done. Thank you.
Okay, follow-up? Pia, other issue? Okay. Espinido first. Espinido issue. No more questions?
The last, yeah. Okay.
All right,
Next.
sige. Next topic, sir, related to DSWD fund allegedly being given to NPAs from Leonesca Panty of Manila Times.
Sir, about the President's claim on DSWD funding going to NPA, has this information been validated po? And how did the NPA spend the fund?
As of this stage, we don't. The validation has not reached my desk. The President, however, mentioned that the allegations were that he appreciated Judy Taguiolo's time of service at DSWD. However, it is also not for him to pass any judgment regarding the matter.
Follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Who gave the information to the President?
I'm sure he has his own sources.
Okay. DSWD fund? Okay, yes. Pia Renata of Rappler.
Sir, given the seriousness of the allegation and the fact that Judy Taguiolo is the President's own appointee, did the President conduct his own investigation, ask his own sources, just to make sure that the reports are either true or false?
I'm sure, I don't know the process that he went through, but it said, but from his words, these intelligence report came to him.
Sir, we also heard from former Secretary Taguiwalo that she tried to schedule a meeting with the President the night before the CA hearing, during which she was rejected. May we know why the President declined to meet with her?
We don't have the exact reason why.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Any follow-up questions? None? Okay. Next issue, sir, on the reaction on North Korea's move to fire a missile over Japan. How will Pyongyang's move affect the security situation in the region? This is from JP Bencita of Manila Standard.
Regarding the firing, the DPRK,
Yes.
DPRK, firing a missile towards Japan. First and foremost, the direction really is towards Japan, and it's not necessarily targeted towards us. However, the matter of calling, however, the nation, the security officials of the nation are in touch with the security officials of other nations, friendly nations in the region, and are closely coordinating regarding the matter. However, it will be the task of the Office of the Civil Defense to warn the people if need be. However, at this stage, there is no need for undue alarm.
Okay. Follow-up question on that? None. All right. Sir, on the much-awaited issuance of the proclamation for the holiday on September 1, Sir Belia Carriazo of Bandera is asking bakit daw po medyo natatagalan yung pag-issue ng proclamation.
Hindi po natin alam kung bakit natatagalan ang much-awaited holiday na iyan. I'm sure everybody is looking forward to that. But we assure you we'll give it to you at the soonest possible date.
All right. Other issues? Okay, Joseph Morong, GMA 7.
Sir, kay Kian, case in the meeting yesterday, can you give us more details? The palace said that it was the parents who initiated the meeting, no? Can you tell us something more about what happened yesterday? How was what desire communicated to the palace? Why did they want to meet with the president again?
Regarding the intentions, we don't know, but apparently that is what transpired. However, what is truly important is that they were able to talk, to meet, and they were assured actually by the president that justice would be fully served.
Sir, during the meeting, what was the president's pledge, aside from an impartial investigation and speedy trial, whatever?
We don't have any word regarding any promises given.
Sir, will this have any effect on the attempts of the DOJ or the NBI to get the witnesses from Senate custody?
As far as the PAO attorney said, I don't think that, according to her media reports, that she has all the witnesses that they need, according to her statements on media yesterday.
But there were, I think, two witnesses that Senator Hontiveros had initially gotten into custody with her and then transferred to Senate. Kukunin ba yan, sir, ng NBI?
That depends on the proper agency.
But do you think the NBI should get custody of the witnesses?
That is going to be their choice. That is going to be their call.
Sir, what do you think is the effect of this meeting with the president to those who are anti-EJK and using this as a rallying call?
I don't know about the story about the implications with anti-EJK, but so far as we can see, the narrative tells us that the president is actually a very caring person, and approaches things rather objectively. I mean, in spite of all that has been said.
Do you think it takes the wind out of the sails of these groups, sir?
I don't know if it necessarily takes away the wind from anybody's sails, but it certainly puts wind behind the president's position that he is actually quite a caring leader.
Sige muna, sir.
Follow-up, Ina Andalong, CNN Philippines.
Morning, sir. Sir, can you, I apologize for my voice.
No need to apologize.
Can you tell us what concerns, if any, the parents relate to the president, why they sought the meeting with him?
I believe this is just, and I hardly ever offer my own opinion. But basically, just to be assured, I believe that justice would be served.
Mm-hmm. Did the president, sir, offer any financial assistance to the parents?
That we do not know.
Thank you.
Okay. Another question? Pia Gutierrez, ABS-CBN.
Other topics, sir. Sir, hingin lang po ako ng reaction regarding the establishment of this new coalition, the movement against tyranny. It's calling for an end to killings and strong-arm tactics of the administration.
That's quite ironic that something like that comes out on the heels of the highly positive impression that the president seems to have gained among the people, among the mass of people. So maybe there are certain niche objectors. However, the narrative on the ground remains strong.
Okay. Sir, may pahabol lang po about Kian. Yeah, Joseph.
Sir, when the palace said yesterday that the president assured no interference on the case.
Yes.
Interference from whom?
From anybody who's any interested party who wants to make hay out of the story.
Any in particular?
No.
Okay, next question. Tina Mendez, Philippine Star.
Sir, on another note, there are reports that 2 cabinet members will be on their way out. Do you have any information regarding this?
Even if I did, I couldn't tell you that. No, but honestly.
But you have an inkling, yes.
Come again.
Do you have an inkling of an incoming cabinet revamp?
No, I think it's just a lot of noise right now, and if and when it happens, then we will certainly inform you.
So far, how would you assess the performance of the cabinet members?
Well, in general, based on survey, the cabinet secretaries seem to be doing very well. I'm sure that there are various highs and lows of performance. On the other hand, I'm sure there are other things that need to be addressed. There are continually many things that need to be addressed.
Do you have particular areas or departments that need to be addressed?
That depends on the president.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Lianes Capanti of Manila Times. Yes. Microphone, please.
Sir, follow-up lang dun kay Kian, yung meeting po. The mother of Kian earlier said that the witnesses are being threatened by the police po. Was this concern raised during their meeting with the president, and how did the president took such concern, considering that he has always been protective of the police force?
Let us be very clear that the president has been both very supportive of the nation's interests, and of course not protective, but also supportive of the military and the police. On the other hand, as he has shown, he is pretty objective about his decisions, and I think we should give heed to that. We're not entirely sure the mother actually phrased it in that way, but I'm sure the president assured them that there would be fair, truthful, and impartial investigation.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Ace Romero, Philippine Star, to be followed by Hannah Sancho of Sunshine Radio and PIA.
Okay. Yusek, UN Rapporteur Agnes Calamard has reacted to President Duterte's tirades against her, and I quote, "Kian and others like him deserve dignity and justice. His family and families like his demand our respect and empathy, not expletives. States must also provide redress and reparations and ensure that no person acts with impunity." What is your take on the statement?
I think the president's action already answered that. The fact that he promised a fair and truthful and impartial action regarding the matter.
Okay, but how do you explain the expletives? Because many are criticizing the president with the way he responded to that statement by the rapporteur.
Expletives. First and foremost, I don't think there were that. He did not phrase himself along that line. What truly matters is that his intention is to get to the root of the issue.
Okay.
Thank you, Yusek.
Follow up, Maricel Halili of TV5.
Sir, just to follow up on
Yes,
Kalayaan, I understand yesterday the president was kind of pissed off with her statement well, he was pissed off on the statement of Calamar, and he reiterated his invitation or challenge to Calamar to come here in the Philippines. Does it mean that the president is also willing to waive his conditions to give way for the investigation?
I'm sure that the president will. The president is very clear about the conditionalities, and that if she meets up, then it will have to be according to those conditionalities.
So, walang pag-waive. Condition stays.
As far as we can tell, he has not said that, that conditions are waived.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, follow up on that issue. Okay, Hannah.
Sir, balik po kasi sa issue ni Kian. Some groups po, students, student leaders, they're asking for Secretary Aguirre's inhibition dun sa investigation. Is the palace open dun sa idea na mag-inhibit po si Aguirre? Sa investigation po, sa pagkamatay ni Kian?
At this stage, everything is, I think, undergoing through the due process, and I think everybody, even the cabinet members and the cabinet secretary, understands that. We leave it to him.
Okay. Next question. Follow up on that. Okay, Chris Jose.
Sir, nagpunta po si Senator De Lima last week, and ang sabi po niya, handa raw po niya i-bargain ng kanyang kalayaan kapalit daw po ng pagtigil ng kaliwat kanang patayan.
Mm-hmm. She's entitled to her own proposals. Thank you.
Birthday wish. Do you have a post-birthday wish for her, sir?
Everybody deserves a happy birthday, okay? Any other question? Oh yeah, final report. As of 28 August 2017, civilians killed by terrorists, 45. Civilians rescued 1,728. Enemy killed 614. I think there's an additional 10. That already includes addition. Okay. And recovered firearms, 666. Recovered UXO, 1. Government casualties killed in action, 133. Buildings cleared as of yesterday, 12. That's it. I think the financial contributions remain the same. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Right. Last three questions.
That's it.
Okay, Henry Urit, DZRH, and then Pierre Renada of Rappler.
Sir, there was an interview with Mayor Mabilog. Sabi niya, he's praying for the security of Colonel Espinito. How would you classify that statement? Is that a threat or what?
We need to find out in context. I wasn't able to hear that. We can check it out.
Nababahala ho ba ang palasyo sa seguridad ni
Espinito?
Espinito.
These are soldiers, so this is part of the territory.
Okay.
Okay, Pia, and then last question from Hannah.
Sir, given the CA rejection of former DSWD Secretary Taguiwalo and the reason given that it might have been her links to the left, what is the palace's expectations with regards to the CA hearing of DAR Secretary Paeng Mariano tomorrow?
I'm not sure that it was an official statement that she was rejected because of any links to the left, and I don't think that it's necessarily anything to do with the CA confirmation of Secretary Mariano. This doesn't necessarily have to be linked.
So, sir, what are your expectations for the CA hearing tomorrow? Are you confident that he will be confirmed by the CA?
We'll just have to trust the decision of the CA.
Okay, Hannah?
Sir, any details po sana dun sa 35 kids na from Marawi po na mag-meet po kay President Duterte this afternoon?
Today?
Today, sir.
Today, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No, there's no news yet, but they're supposed to meet up.
Why daw, sir? Why?
Well, basically, just to give a face to the to the victims. Those are victimized. Okay.
May ibibigay po ba yung Pangulo sa mga bata, sir? Mga assistance or...
Usually, he is very generous about these things. I cannot tell you which.
Thank you, sir.
Okay?
Yes,
okay, sir, very quick now.
Sir, yung September 1 proclamation, but what did you mean kanina na it is forthcoming? Na-delay lang yung pagpirma.
Well, basically, when I called the office of, they simply said that they cannot make any statements because it is not yet official. There's nothing there. They don't have any word yet. Nothing has been signed.
So we cannot say that it's forthcoming because it's just 2 days or 3 days.
The decision is forthcoming, whether it will go through or not.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Joseph, any more?
Sir, ano lang mga kailangan ng office? Sa BBL, sir, nabigay na ba sa House? And
Opo.
does it seem like it's a priority bill of this administration?
Hold on.
And then related to that, yung LEDAC meeting, sir, any...
Yeah, the LEDAC meeting is this afternoon. And before the SONA, there were 13 bills that were identified as urgent, but I don't know what will be taken up this afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but the BBL, sir, is it the priority of this administration?
Alam mo, wala siya rito sa yung sa binigay na listahan. But I'm sure it is priority. I'm sure it is of high concern.
So yung nagka-meeting po ba kagabi sa senators? Or is it today?
I don't have word on that. I don't have word on that.
Okay. So
We can
just
check.
one more on
One
Kian.
more question.
There is a growing, what do you call this, sentiment, no? Prior to the meeting of the president with the parents. Some who may not have an opinion about EJK kind of changed their mind about it. With the meeting, do you think that the palace is trying to avoid a snowballing of this sentiment, sir, and probably be big enough for the administration not to stop? Is it an attempt to quell that?
You know, here's what I can say. The president is not want to manage his message.
Okay.
So it's not a question of was this planned? Was this meant to control any snowballing, as you would say it? It simply was an honest-to-goodness response to a particularly poignant situation that needed to be addressed in the most humane way possible. So there you go. It's nothing cynical. It's not a cynical management of the brand or marketing. It simply is an honest-to-goodness response to a very humane response to a difficult situation.
Sure, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, MPC. That concludes our palace briefing. Thank you, Presidential Spokesperson
Thank you.
Ernesto Abella. Back to the main studio of PTV4.